bounces and scores.
You've got to do that every time down. I mean, if Cameron Lard, if he's not going to play defense, boy, you just go at him every single time.
Jackson fires to Wigginton, but there's McClure.
Good defense.
7 to shoot. It's a long 3. Splash.
Get his legs. And he said as much to you and I last night in practice.
Talley tracks down the long offensive rebound and a reset for Iowa State.
You know, when you have an injury and you sit out several games, even when you're young, you don't go back to right where you left off.
Wigginton off the shot fake, rattles home the jumper.
And they open stuff by Tillman. Doesn't he move well without the basketball?
He sure does.
Talking about Tillman. For an 18-year-old freshman, as big as he is, there's no wasted movement with his steps.
They list him at 6'10", 252 pounds, but he moves like a gazelle. And a block foul called and a penetration.
Tournament, grab the rebound. Senkfelder alone for 3. Hasn't found the stroke just yet.
He doesn't miss too many of them. He's 42%, 11 of 26 so far in the season from 3.
Weiler and Hutchinson toe-to-toe. Great matchup. Donovan Jackson, 2 for 2.
No, and they're speaking your language.
And that's what Steve Prohm said. In order to get to Halifax, where you fly into, it's Des Moines, Chicago, Philly, and then up to Nova Scotia. But remember this, Iowa State over the last decade has had a Canadian player on its roster every year. So the comfort level that Lindell Wigginton has had as a freshman.
Blooded. Wow. He's got the knack for hitting big shots. Hit the 3 at the end of regulation to force overtime. And the win against Purdue.
Well, you get the crowd back in the game. How can you not match that intensity defensively?
Jackson.
Robinson working inside. Miller spinning, trying to get away from the defensive Lard. Now a dozen the Clones trying to pick their way back. Jackson got it.
You don't go in an Allen Fieldhouse and win unless you've got that type of attitude, and they brought that tonight.
Yeah, and they said before the game tonight, you know, even if things don't look good, especially after the 1-point loss at Texas, they feel like they've got something to play for. They can finish as high as 6th in the Big 12 if things fall right as Donovan Jackson boards.
And Smith looked like he was going to shoot a step back.
So the issue for Texas Tech in that loss that you saw Wednesday in Austin, it was offensively. Had a poor shooting performance as Texas made them rely on the jump shot. Simply could not hit those down and could not go to the line either. Lard pull it up.
For Baylor, 19 points. He's now 8 of 10 from the field, and that time he did something that Reed Geddes likes. He took it to the hole.
Yeah, just keep attacking the basket. Iowa State came out of that timeout showing full court pressure, and Baylor did exactly what they should do. Punish somebody for pressing you. Take it all the way through.
Dickinson missed the first free throw and the second one as well. And Donovan Jackson back on the floor for Steve from Cyclones handles the rock. An 8-0 run is now a 10-0 run for the...
Under 13 minutes to go in Ames. 56-48. Kansas by 8.
Weiler-Babb, a two-pointer. Swish.
You have to think Iowa State feels like they're doing a good job. We see Donovan Jackson get a steal there.
Cyclones on the move. Sooners get back. A couple of Oklahoma starters have come back into the game. Wigginton buries the quarter.
On top.
Mitchell Solomon again able to go after a tough entry pass to handle, corral it, and get the bucket.
And why not, Doug? You talked about it. Solomon makes 3 out of every 4 inside the arc.
The floor because he's in great shape.
Wigginton tees up a 3. The back tap. Large gets it to Weiler-Babb. Wigginton along 2. That's good.
It's just a half step too slow in getting to J.D. Miller. And it's just inexcusable defense guarding the three-point shooter.
Jackson, starting step, knocks down the 3.
Wilson drops it. He's got 2.
Yeah, now both of these clubs, coaches have looked for scoring up front. They're getting it from Lard and have found someone in the future.
Oh, the move from Jackson. Yes!
Bounded. Cyclones now trying to put together back-to-back successful offensive possessions. Jackson with the drive, contact, and 1. Donovan.
Everything's really going to work around Lard, and these guards will play off of him.
Good move from Jackson.
Jackson again. This time it's good.
Good extra effort. Now, yesterday when Hans Brace was on the floor, Iowa State went to some possessions of zone.
Jackson with the hesitation move.
Donovan Jackson, the senior southpaw, goes to the right hand, can't finish. Solomon Young, who has been so active, extends the possession. Jackson again to the right hand.
Is going to be tough, but very winnable games down the stretch to improve their seeding.
Yeah, I think I find it more fascinating than Coach Weber does, as Jackson buries the 3. But
Doug, what Iowa State has to do in this next 4-minute segment is win the segment, meaning it's got to be no worse than under 10.
Jackson.
KK guards, they're so tough. And what's keeping them in the game is they're doing such a great job of controlling pace and then getting good shots.
Jackson right back at his son Riley, who was an outstanding baseball player in high school, stayed in very close touch. And Fran McCaffrey and Tom Crean, I think, are even closer today, although competitors, because of that.
They're in the 2-3 with the tandem, and he did a good job of kind of leaking into the middle of the floor. And Oklahoma State's lost a little bit of their pop offensively.
Donovan Jackson, nice move in the feed to the corner.
That it would start with the defense with plays like that. Because the defense basically initiates the offense. And as soon as that transition or turnover like that happens, they're in.
Again, caused by the constant movement away from the basketball, which allows those driving lanes to the rim.
3 ball.
Down a dozen. The Cyclones got to start chipping away. Nice backdoor cut. Jackson the assist. Weiler bad.
And a good job by Wigginton keeping that one alive. The lefty Jackson knocks down his first shot.